Welcome to Where I Long to Be, a magical trip report podcast. My name is Virginia, and I am your host. I hope everyone is doing well and enjoying their spring. Normally, by now, my work schedule would have calmed down a bit, but this year, it's hanging on a little longer than usual. I had an incredibly busy week last week and anticipate another busy one this week. And this weekend was just packed from attending the film festival at Alex's school. He was in one of the short films, and it was fantastic, to attending an event for work, to 2 interviews today. It just kind of got a little bit crazy here. And I realized that I was not going to have the time that I needed to finish the episode that I'm currently working on for repeat guest Mariah, who I know you will probably all remember and will enjoy the episode. It should come out next week instead. So earlier today, when I was talking with my friend Maria and telling her about my predicament, she suggested that I repost an old episode, and I thought, that's a great idea. I have not ever done that before, so here I am trying it out. I decided for this look back, which is what I'm going to call it, I will post it all as one episode with the pre-trip and the post-trip all rolled into one. When I started thinking about which episode I'd like to repost, I landed on my friend Rebecca's trip to Disneyland Paris for her birthday from November 2024, because I have been thinking about Disneyland Paris a lot lately. It was Rebecca's trip that inspired me to propose a girls' trip for the Disney Dames, and now we have that scheduled for late September of 2026. Of course, since Rebecca was the inspiration, I had to ask her to be our travel agent for the trip. Remember, as you are listening to this, it's a look back, so there may be some things a little out of date that are not true anymore. We're just going back in time and having a little fun, including Rebecca's Instagram username. I'm not sure at all if we mentioned it in the original recordings, but just in case, Rebecca is now 90s travel mom. That's 90s_travel_mom on Instagram, not 90s Disney mom. The updated username is linked in the show notes in case you are looking for an experienced travel agent to help you plan your next magical vacation. And you can also find that updated username on my website, which is whereilongtobepodcast.com. And with that, let's take a look back to November 2024. Please welcome the 2024 version of Rebecca. Bonjour, Rebecca.
Bonjour.
Listeners, I'm very excited to have Rebecca back on the podcast, who you will have heard before from her May 2024 trip. And this time you are going somewhere far away. Where are you headed?
Paris, specifically Disneyland Paris. I think we're doing one night in actually downtown Paris, but really it's for Disneyland Paris.
Very exciting. So first question, have you ever been to Disneyland Paris before?
Not Disneyland Paris. I have been to Paris, but no, did not put eyes on Disneyland at all.
Is this going to be your first non-Florida Disney park?
No, I have been to California. I have been to those ones.
Okay. Who is going to be joining you on this trip?
My college roommate, her name's Amber. She lived internationally, like in Dubai, for like 10 years, and she recently moved back and happened to move back to my city here in Wilmington, North Carolina. And so we've been reconnecting and, going on trips together.
Is it just the two of you?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's for my birthday.
It's for your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When is your birthday?
The day we leave, November 6th. So a really hard travel day, unfortunately, but
Oh, well, you know what? There are worse things you could be doing for your birthday than sitting on a plane going to an exciting place like Paris.
that's very true. And I get the day before off because we get off for election day. So I get even longer off for my birthday.
Oh, fantastic. Election day is actually a day that I do not get off of work.
Ours, we
It's
technically
really
don't.
weird.
Like on the calendar, we don't have it off, but they're like, by the way, we want people to vote, so don't come into work that day.
Yeah, for us, it's like if someone needs the flexibility to take a little bit of the time to go vote, then they can have that flexibility, but it's not a full day off or anything. And I don't know. I think most people have, polls that stay open pretty late or that sort of thing. So I tend to do it in the evening just because I can walk to my polling place
Yeah,
from where we are.
that's
So
nice. I don't even know where ours is. I should probably know these things.
by the time people are hearing this episode, the election will have come and gone. And so I was thinking, I should encourage people to go vote. But The
I hope
results
it
will
coming.
be
I don't want it to. Yes,
right.
no
The results will
drama.
be
Just
what the results will be.
yes.
And so we're just, I hope that everybody is happy with whatever happened.
Yeah.
So
And if they're not, I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna be in Paris, so I don't care. I'm leaving.
leaving on a jet plane.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into some of the details. So, first of all, where are you going to be staying on this fabulous trip? And will it be at the same place the entire time?
It will not be at the same place the entire time because Disney does it. Disneyland Paris does it different. Where instead of 2 night, then you could choose 1 or 2 park days. It's like
Mm-hmm.
if you do 2 nights, you get 3 park days. You always get one extra park day than the amount of nights you're staying.
Mm-hmm.
We did 2 nights at the Disneyland Paris Hotel, which is the one that's like at the very front of the park. And then we're going to utilize that third park day still.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to stay somewhere nearby. So there is the Val d'Europe shopping center. That's like a 15-minute walk from Disney, but then there's also shuttles and a train station that will take you there.
Mm-hmm.
So we're staying at Hotel Delici Val d'Europe that third night.
All right. Yeah, they really get you in that way, right? Because you need to make the most out of that park time you're getting.
Yeah. The last night I used I think it's Capital One points. I like credit card points.
Mm-hmm.
I just used that and ended up paying $10 for like a hotel right beside the Eiffel Tower. So we're staying there the last
Oh,
night before we fly
wow.
home.
Okay. Fantastic. If you don't mind, I don't need to know an exact price or anything, but in terms of park tickets, what is it comparably to Disney World? Like, are we talking approximately the same amount of dollars per day?
Oh, I have a whole spreadsheet in front of me because this one I did want this to be originally it was going to be a Walt Disney World Florida trip.
Uh-huh.
And it would have been fun and that would have been fine. And then I started pricing it out. I'm like, we could go to Paris and go to the
Mm-hmm.
parks for cheaper than we can go to Walt Disney World, which I've been to loads of times. And
Mm-hmm.
especially if we're going without the kids, it's a hike and it's a
Right.
difficult to get kids on that long of a flight. But
Mm-hmm.
if I'm doing a girls trip, then I don't care. So we might as
Right.
well go
Yeah.
overseas. But yes, for basically, the nicest hotel
Mm-hmm.
in Disneyland Paris, we are paying and this is without flights, which I did find flights for about $500 round trip, which is good.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that was one of the factors in booking this trip as well. I'm like, well, man, flights are so cheap around my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but for 2 nights and 3 park days included for 2 people, it was 1650.
Okay. Oh, wow. So hotel and your park tickets.
Yeah, and if I
That's a
compare
great deal.
that, like I feel like it's comparable to a deluxe resort. I was comparing
Mm-hmm.
it to the beach club, even though probably the Grand Floridian is the most on par thing with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have been probably double that, if not more.
All right.
Yeah.
And to remind listeners, or to tell listeners for the first time who did not hear your previous episode, which I will link that in the show notes, so that if anybody wants to go back and hear about your other trip, they certainly can. You are a travel planner.
Yes. Magic for Me Travel Company.
Okay, so we will make sure to have your information in the show notes as well, in case anybody else is looking for a travel planner who can help you find a great deal like this.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I booked this before I was a travel planner, so I don't even get
Oh
credit for it. But I
no! Oh
still
no!
I had a fun time planning it, and I still get to go and enjoy
You
it.
still get to go, but yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a part of you that's like, maybe I should just cancel and then rebook? Is that even allowed?
It is allowed, but I looked up and the price for that package that I just said is over 3 grand now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I
Okay.
gotta, and I looked for next year because I'm like, well, I'll tell people that, and they're like, you got a good deal. But I looked at the same dates for next year, and they're similar to what I paid, so like 1,700.
Okay.
So plan this out about a year in advance.
Okay. All right. And that's how far in advance you started planning.
Yes, and another difference is restaurant reservations open up 12 months in advance, so you really do need to do it about a year in advance to take
Okay.
advantage of all that.
Very good to know, because I was just talking to my friend Jeanette the other day, doing her post-trip interview for her trip to Tokyo. And it seems like, from what I'm hearing about Tokyo, it's a lot less lead time for planning. So it's interesting to hear about the variation between all of these parks and how some of them you really do need to jump on it that far in advance, and some of them it's like they won't even let you buy tickets until 3 months before or whatever.
Disney doesn't
So,
make it easy. Why can't I just have a rule across the world? Nope.
well, that would be too easy. And just I don't know, for a moment in time reference, everyone, this is literally the day after we got the information about the new Premier Pass at Disney World, and then the paid add-on membership benefits for Disney Vacation Club. Like lots of announcements within the past 24 hours that have made people feel that even with Disney being as expensive a product as it is and how much we love it, it's just like, oh wow, they're really, really making it expensive for
Right.
people. So
And those products already exist in Disneyland Paris. They have Premier Pass, and it's not nearly as expensive. And
right.
you can do it just for a ride. So I could roll up to Big Thunder Mountain, and if I
Uh-huh.
thought the wait was too long, which honestly, the waits are never that long at Disneyland Paris, then I could be like, oh, I'm just going to pay $11 right now on the app and then immediately
Right.
skip the line. It doesn't have to be planned in advance. It's not very expensive.
And I think that with this new Premier Pass in Disney World, it's one of the benefits is that you could go and ride every single lightning lane once without having to make the reservation part of it, but to have to pay such a big cost for every single person in your party. And when you're talking about a park where they're like, let's say Animal Kingdom, paying that premium price and thinking about like tough to be a bug counts as one of those things. And that is something I would never pay money to do. And then Expedition Everest, I can get in at rope drop time and ride it with no wait. Like the first hour of the park, you can ride Expedition Everest with barely any wait. And so I like the idea of it being more a la carte like that so that you could decide whether it was worth it or not.
Yeah, like this just seems like, hey, do you hate planning and have all the money in the world to throw around? Then here's the product for you.
Exactly. So, while we are on this topic, is there anything with this trip extra that you have paid for? So, any special privileges, any I don't know, parties that they might be having, or anything that's an add-on?
Nothing that I paid extra for, although we were looking into doing the fireworks viewing areas. We hear is worth it,
Hmm.
but we haven't booked it yet. Plus, we're there 3 nights, so we figure if we don't have a good viewing area one night, we can get there earlier the other night, or hopefully it will be still be available for us to purchase if we do it the first night. And we're like, that was awful. So hopefully, we don't know.
Okay. Has Amber been to Disneyland Paris before?
No.
Okay. So
Yeah.
both of you experiencing this for the first time together.
Mhm.
Is she a big Disney person?
I would say not as much as me, but she loves Stitch, and Stitch is huge in Disneyland Paris. I don't know why,
Really?
but they love Stitch. Yeah, almost all the products are Stitch, and they have Stitch. The meet and greet is like a 3 hour line.
Okay. I know that longtime listeners are cracking up right now because that has made it go down a couple notches in my mind because I am so not a Stitch fan. Although, if the line to meet Stitch is 3 hours long, perhaps that makes other things easier to get on because everyone's so invested in Stitch and I could care less about Stitch.
I feel the same way. Yes, and so they have a princess pavilion, which is where you meet the princesses, and those lines are 3 hours long as well.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
waiting in line that
no.
long, especially if it's for a princess that I've met before somewhere else.
We have zero, well, I have zero interest in the characters,
Mhm.
other than maybe if there's like a really specialty character that we don't get at Disney World, then
Right.
I might get excited about it. Like, I would die if the Aristocats, like the little cats, are there, because that's so
Yeah.
Parisian anyway. So I would wait probably in a pretty long line for that. But there's very few
Yeah.
characters I'd wait in a line for. But it also frees up the rides. So
Right.
Disneyland Paris notoriously does not have that long of rides compared to people who are used to Disney World.
So, if characters are not a priority for you, what are your specific priorities? Instead of like rides general, are there specific rides that are your priorities, specific shows, just soaking in the vibes? What's really important to the two of you?
Probably the rides first and then the vibes. Like Big Thunder Mountain, like top of the list. It was already top of the list before the announcement that they're closing Disney Worlds for like a year, but
Right.
even more so now. And this is
Right.
supposed to be the best version out of all the Big Thunder Mountains around the world. That's what I
That's what I
hear.
have heard.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the Hyperspace Mountain. So it's Space Mountain, but Star Warsy. So I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
forward to that one. And I'm obsessed with any haunted mansion, so definitely that is top of the list. And not Jungle Cruise. I could care less about Jungle Cruise, which is controversial, but um, Pirates. I have to go on Pirates.
Okay. Do you know, are most of the rides that have talking characters or narration, are they in French?
Some of the shows have like a symbol next to like the flag, and it will say
Mm-hmm.
if this is a French version, or you
Mm-hmm.
could like go to the English ones where so some of the showings they will have an English show and some they will have a French show. But for the most part, the rides are in French.
Okay.
But most of the people and characters I think like could speak English because I did wonder because they must get a lot
Yeah.
of, especially England being right there, a lot of English
Oh, yeah.
kids. I bet it would bring a lot of questions if they're like, why can't Spider-Man speak to me?
Yeah, it
He's
does
supposed to
not
be
take
from
long at
Brooklyn.
all. No, he's supposed to be from Queens.
Oh,
And I
sorry. See, I
and I
got it wrong. New York. I
and
should
I
have said
know
New
that
York.
because I live in Queens.
Yeah. So you're like,
uh,
Spider-Man with a French accent? No. But they have Marvel, which is a
They
difference.
yes, that is, yeah, very exciting. And you have at least one kid who's very into Marvel
Hmm.
things, right? So, do you have anything on this trip that you are specifically trying to bring home for the kids? Any kind of merch you have in mind, or are you just going to see what calls to you?
Yeah, nothing in mind. I'll see what calls to be. But my friend is being a little bougie and flying business class, and she's like, I get 2 free bags if you want to bring back a ton of souvenirs, we can fit them in my bag. So
So let's talk flights then. Are you flying together?
no,
I was
because I
like,
was
are
like,
you going to be in the back of the plane and she's going to be in the
right.
front?
Well, I jumped on these flights myself. I'm like $500 flights, like yes.
Mhm.
And she dragged her feet a little bit. And
Mhm.
I have American points and stuff that I collect, and she does Delta. So
Mm.
we're like, well, we're gonna both aim to like we don't care. I don't even barely sit with my husband on our flights, and we don't talk.
Right.
So I don't care about the travel days. I'm like, but this is the time we're going to try to aim to get to Paris. And so our flights
Mhm.
come in within an hour of each other. So
Okay.
then that's when we'll wait for each other, get our bags, and then take the train from the airport to Disneyland Paris.
Okay. So what is that approximate hour that you think you will both be landing?
Around 8 a.m.
Okay, so
the
nice and
7th.
early.
Yeah.
Okay, nice and early the next day. How long is the actual flight itself?
Mine leaves at like 7 p.m. and gets there at like 7 a.m., but then subtract 5 or 6 hours for the time difference. So
Mhm.
probably about a 6 hour flight.
Okay. And are you flying out of your most close airport, or are you going farther away to a bigger airport? Because I know that you're in North
I
Carolina.
love our tiny little airport with 9 gates. I was just at it yesterday. And yes, it's never any line. I could just park my car right there and no one like shoos you off when you're waiting for someone to
Mhm.
come out. Like my dad was waiting an hour for me just right outside the front door of the airport. No
Mhm.
one shooed him away. So I am flying out of there and flying into Philadelphia. And that's where
Oh,
actually
okay.
originally I had like a 7 hour layover, but I'm like, I don't care. It's a $500 flight. I'll do a seven. I could go into Philly for the day on my
Mhm.
birthday. That sounds fun. But it was recently changed to more of like a 4 hour layover, which I'm like, okay, well, actually, that probably is better.
Well, 4 hours, that's long enough to go grab a Philly cheesesteak.
True. Or I'm thinking maybe I can go to the like American Airlines lounge or something. Maybe I could pay to go in there for the day since it's my birthday.
Oh, yes. Yes, you could. All right. So arriving around 8 a.m. on Thursday, November 7th.
Yes.
And then how do you get from the airport over to the Disneyland Paris resort?
Yes, so there are trains. So there's a TGV train, and I hear don't book it in advance because if you miss it, you miss it. And you buy specific times. So you don't want
Mhm.
to buy it and then not make it. And it's also way more expensive in advance when if you buy it an hour or a few minutes in advance, then it's like $30. And
Okay.
it's like a 10-minute train ride directly to the station's called like Chessie. So it doesn't say Disney on it. You just have to know. So the Chessie station is the one we'll get off at.
Okay. And when you get off at the station, can you walk from there into the resort?
Yep, you immediately go out and it puts you into like their equivalent of like downtown Disney or
Hmm.
Disney Springs, much smaller. But yes, you walk through that and then you're at the park.
And how much baggage will you have with you, considering how far you're flying and having to do that walk from the train and everything? Are you trying to keep it as minimal as possible, or are you going wild with the bags?
I am keeping it to one like luggage, like a rolling case, but it's
Mhm.
small enough that could be a carry-on.
Mhm.
That way, if I did have a short layover and I didn't want to like have to wait for bags or something, I could just claim it as a carry-on. And then I
Mhm.
have like a book bag that I'll use as a personal item. So still, I guess, fairly minimal. We're only there like 5 days,
Okay.
but I will utilize my friend's bag if I get
Oh,
some
yeah.
souvenirs.
Listen, if she's offered, take her up
Hmm.
on it. What are you going to be doing first after you drop your things at the hotel?
So we get early park entry for staying on site.
Mhm.
But we, I think the hotel or the park opens before we get there that first day, so we won't be utilizing that. So we'll either drop our bags off if the room's not ready, or we'll drop our stuff in the room. And then there's actually a dedicated entrance just for those hotel guests into the Disneyland Paris park.
Mhm.
So we'll probably just go straight into the main park.
Okay. That is going to be so exciting to see another castle, to approach
Yes.
another castle, and I understand that that one is just gorgeous. What is going to be your first goal once you are through the park gates?
I think it will just be to see the castle and castle photos. And I don't know if it's my first goal, but definitely a goal on the first night. It will be I want a glass of champagne in my hand looking at the castle because there's nowhere else in the world that you could do that. This is the only one you can have alcohol in a castle park.
Very cool. So, do you have anything special you are wearing for this first day for these epic photos?
I did get specific outfits for each day. I think the first one I do have like a just a because I'm expecting it to be freezing.
Mhm.
And probably rainy. My theme was pink because this is the pink castle and it's a pink
Mhm.
Disneyland Paris Hotel. So I have like a pink raincoat. I have a white sweatshirt with the castle on it.
Uh-huh.
And I have like a pink furry plaid jacket.
Shacket.
Yeah.
I love that. Do you have any pink ears?
Not yet. Maybe I can buy something.
I think that's the one thing I'm hearing that's missing from this outfit.
I know. But I do have hats and stuff because I might be too cold for ears. I don't know. We'll just have to
You
see.
might be, but in my opinion, it's worth it just for the photos alone.
Yeah, true. I do have my next day outfit is a good one though, and it does have matching ears.
All right, what else are you going to get into over in Disneyland this day? And I should ask, do you have any dining reservations this particular day?
Oh, we do. And I said the difference is that the dining reservations open up 12 months in advance. They don't sell out immediately like they do at Disney World though, but some of the really popular ones were sold out 6 months in advance.
Okay.
But they don't penalize you for like canceling like day of.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna book as many different time slots as possible and see what works with our schedule that day.
Okay.
So the first one I have Remy's. So that's a fun one. It's not in the Disneyland park, it's in the Studios park next door.
So you're going to park hop to do that reservation, or that reservation is a different day?
It's the same day. You could park hop. The tickets, when you do the
Okay.
package tickets, it comes with park hopping.
Okay. And remind me of the name of the other park.
Disney Studios. They
Okay.
recently they're changing names. I don't know if they changed names yet, but
Okay.
that whole park is going through a big overhaul and renovations, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of walls are going to be up. But
What time is this Remy's reservation?
we have one for lunch and we have one for dinner. So we're kind of going to go with the flow and see. I won't have to be rushing from park to park just to go to reservations. So I'll just cancel the lunch one if we're not,
Mm-hmm.
feeling like we're going to be over there by then. That one is a fun one. Not really. I mean, it's like French food. So obviously we're in France, but it's the exit of the Ratatouille ride. And everything is scaled for like your rat. And like,
Mm-hmm.
so you're sitting on the seats are like, like a wine cork. And so that's really the big appeal of that restaurant.
When you hop over there, are you going to stay in the Studios Park for the second half of the day?
I think so. They have a Tower of Terror there, which I normally am not a Tower of Terror person. I hated the one at Walt Disney World, but I love the one in California. It was like the Guardians one. And I
Right.
hear this one is different as well. And it's like even more scary.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I hear. It's like more spooky.
I don't know anything about this one, but it's not Marvel themed, is what
It's
I'm
not Marvel.
gathering.
It's like Tower of
Okay.
Terror themed, but just
Okay.
not Twilight. What is it? Twilight Zone? It's not Twilight Zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I
And
know.
what it's like Saw, the Saw movie series.
That would be great. Is there like a Parisian version of that?
I have no idea. Le Saw.
I think there's some creepy little ghost girls in it. Something like that. I don't know.
Oh gosh, now I'm tempted to watch a ride through and
Yeah.
see this for myself.
But so we'll probably do that. There's a Cars ride. I don't think it's a whole area. I think it's just like one ride. And I think it's a re-themed one for something else.
Hmm.
But we'll go on that. And then probably the biggest ride there that has the longest wait is called the Crush's Coaster. So like Crush
Oh
from
yes,
Nemo.
I've
Yeah.
heard of that one.
I don't know if we'll go on it that second day, that first day, because I think you have to utilize early park entry to really not have to wait for it. So we'll probably do that first
Right,
thing
or
the
pay
second
that
day.
that per ride fee
Yeah.
as
Or
well.
pay it. Yeah.
All right, so this first day, you have a lot on the agenda. The next day is Friday, November the 8th, also at the Disneyland Hotel.
hmm
So, are you going to start your day at Disneyland Paris or at the Studios
I
Park?
think at Studio so we can rope drop Crush Coaster. And this one truly is probably a half day park. So really we're probably just going to go that morning just to do whatever we didn't do that first day.
Any dining reservations for this day?
Yes, we have Walt. So Walt Disney has his own little diner on Main Street in Disneyland Paris, and it's called Walt's American Diner. So it's kind of weird that we're going there to have what they consider like American food, but I
Uh-huh.
think it's supposed to be like Walt Disney's favorite food, so that's kind of sweet.
Okay. Is that lunch or dinner or two reservations to see where you land?
I have one that day and two the next day for Waltz just to see
Okay.
where we land because I want to time it with a parade down Main Street so we can see the parade while we're having lunch or dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day, they're having Christmas parades, so it might be good to
Mm.
see it then too. So that's why I have them for both days.
All right. So where are you starting on Saturday, November the 9th?
Probably Disneyland Paris or whichever park we didn't already early park entry. But you know what? That's going to be the first night or the first day of Christmas stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually really excited about that because we are in Disneyland Paris Hotel. And I'm like, am I going to actually see them put up this tree? Because you can see the park from the hotel. So it's kind of exciting that they
Uh-huh.
close early the night before. So that Friday night, they close the park early so they could be putting up all these decorations.
What time did they close the park early on Friday night?
I think they close at 7, but we have dinner reservations at 8 at one of the the Marvel Hotel has a
Mm-hmm.
buffet called Downtown that's like New York themed,
Mm-hmm.
and that's supposed to be harder to get reservations for and supposed to be nice, and it's a buffet.
Okay, so that's at 8 p.m.
Yeah, on the Friday. So I'm like, oh, that worked out because we wouldn't have been staying in the park anyway because we have these dinner reservations.
Right. Yeah, I wonder if you could do a little bit of Googling and see like is there a designated place that people tend to gather to watch the Christmas transformation?
I don't know. I know the like really nice suites at Disneyland Paris Hotel, have park
The park
views from
view.
their
Mm-hmm.
balconies, but I don't know if because there's the Fleur de Lis like hotel bar, and there's a few other areas that I'm like, I wonder.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, when you wake up the next morning,
hmm
if you really wanted to, you could, make sure you're taking photos for that purpose.
Yeah, or maybe we can stay up late enough Friday night and watch them at least decorate the hotel because I'm sure they decorate the Disneyland Paris Hotel too.
All right, so the morning of Saturday, November 9th, do check out of the Disneyland Paris Hotel before you go have your park fun.
I'm not sure when the hotel checkout is, but either we'll go into the park for early entry and do
Hmm.
some things and then go back into the hotel and actually pack our bags and check out. But they'll,
Yeah, I meant is that the day you're leaving the hotel? I'm
oh,
sorry.
yes.
Well, I didn't mean like literally checking out. I just
Oh,
wanted to make sure I
yes.
was clear on
Yes.
where you were staying what days. Okay.
Yes, we are checking out that day.
Okay. So you likely would put your stuff with the bell services or
Hmm.
whatever until you were actually ready to come back and take care of that. Okay.
Yes.
Anything else you're doing in the parks on that Saturday?
So they put up the Christmas stalls, like a Christmas market type of thing all over. So
Mm-hmm.
probably just gonna try to do everything that's new and Christmas specific that day. Whether it's they have new Christmas shows, new Christmas characters, like they have Jack Skellington in his Christmas outfit,
Mm-hmm.
and they have Stitch in a Christmas outfit.
Mm.
Yeah, which you're a huge fan of. Yeah.
Love him so much.
If my friend wants
Uh,
to wait in a 3 hour line, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ride these other rides again because I'm not
right.
waiting 3 hours for them either.
I would enjoy seeing Jack Skellington,
Yeah, me
however,
too.
and I have no desire to wait any length of time to see him in Florida. So
Hmm.
if I had the opportunity to see him for a lesser wait time, that would be great. Question: do you watch Nightmare Before Christmas before Halloween?
Yes, because we've already watched it once this year.
Oh, okay. I wait until after Halloween has passed, and then I'm like, now you're allowed to watch it.
Yeah,
That's
I
just
don't
my
have
thought.
a rule, but I do agree it's more of a Christmas movie than a Halloween movie.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Okay. And listeners, if you disagree, feel free to argue about it in the comments. Rebecca and I will tell you why you're wrong.
I responded to a poll and I'm like, what? Why are there more people that think this is a Halloween movie? It's just a spooky Christmas movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move into the next day. So Sunday, November 10th is when you are staying at the, I can't remember how you pronounced it, the Valero
Oh,
Valor.
yeah. Well, it's the night of November 9th. So that Saturday, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're grabbing your things after your park
Hmm.
day, going to this new hotel. Sunday, November 10th, you're waking up and going over to your hotel that you got for $10 with points
Yeah. Near the Eiffel
with
Tower, yeah.
near the Eiffel Tower. So what are you going to be doing during the day on Sunday? I presume taking as many photos as possible by the tower.
Probably because I have been to Paris before, but we were with friends who live there. And so they were like, here's Eiffel Tower. And we only saw it at night and like from a train station. So like I haven't seen it up close and I
Mm-hmm.
haven't seen it during the day. So yes, just doing I think touristy things. I think you can book a tour and stuff like that, but I just don't want to be tied down to times because the
Right.
Val de Europe is supposed to be like a really big shopping center. And we probably want to do
Mm-hmm.
some shopping that morning if we didn't get a chance to the day before because we were still in the park.
No, I think that, having a day where you really have tons of flexibility to do what you feel like doing when you feel like doing it. You walk past a bakery and want to get a
Yes,
baguette or
boulangerie.
whatever. You just do it because you feel like it. So that will be an excellent way to end much of your trip time by having the chance to do some things that you want to squeeze in at the last second.
Yeah, and I don't think we'll do any we're probably not going to go to the Louvre or anything like that. Probably nothing too time consuming.
Hmm.
Probably just walking around and yeah, stumbling into cafes and stuff.
And Hermes and whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Not me, maybe my friend.
No, no, I feel like every other video I see on TikTok lately is people buying their Hermes, and I'm like, what are these people doing? Doesn't feel worth it to me.
No, I won't even buy lounge flies. So
Oh, I don't buy lounge flies for another reason, only because I think they're too small.
yeah, that's true.
And I know it would be a very slippery slope for me because, again, I live in New York City, and starting a collection of any type,
It's dangerous.
yeah, I really have to want it, and I already have an ear collection.
Oh, speaking of bags, I
Yes.
did buy a special bag, but it wasn't a lounge fly. I just bought like a plain pink sling bag, and I had my
Hmm.
sister paint it to match one of my outfits.
Oh,
Because I'm
cute.
doing
Okay.
an Alice in Wonderland bound because there is this whole like
Mm.
Alice in Wonderland labyrinth behind the castle.
Mhm.
And so I thought it would be cute photos and very fitting with the park.
Yeah.
Oh, and so it's a pink Cheshire cat bag.
Oh, so cute. Okay. My friend Jeanette is going to be so excited to see that because she's probably the biggest Alice in Wonderland fan I know. And she loves, like, she does a lot of sewing and stuff. So she loves, like, crafting things and stuff like that. So I will tag her so that she will see it, although she's literally the first person who listens to the episodes every Monday morning. So
Oh. Well, I am looking forward to that outfit because I'm like, man, I want to do some sort of Disney bounding, but what could I
yeah,
do what that's like in the winter? So I have like a big
right.
white sweater and stuff, and then like the thick fleece tights that I can wear and
hmm
with like a dress over it.
Do you have any other special outfits planned?
That's the big day is the Alice in Wonderland one. And that's another reason it's great being so close. The hotel is right there by the park. So if I
hmm
did need to make an outfit change, I could. But I do have like a Mandalorian themed outfit one day, probably
mm
the Saturday, because I have like a Grogu Christmas sweater. But I also have like a Mandalorian flannel that I'll probably wear. And then I have a Grogu
Cute.
bag as well.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, what time on Monday, November 11th is your return flight leaving from Paris?
I believe it's pretty early, but not too crazy, like 10 a.m. And both of ours
Okay.
are, around the same time within a few hours of each other.
Okay. How early do you have to get to the airport there in terms of going through all of the things that you have to go through?
Probably still about 3 hours.
Will you have access to the lounge there potentially? Or I guess you won't have to be
No,
going to the
yeah, I
lounge
shouldn't have to
because
be.
of
Yeah, and I think our,
sitting around for too long.
yeah,
Yeah.
and our hotel has a nice breakfast that I was going to try to do before
hmm
we left. So I'll probably do the breakfast and then get to the airport just when I need to.
Do you think that you will be taking a taxi there, or is there a shuttle from the hotel?
Yeah, I'll probably let the hotel order one either if sometimes I think
hmm
when I was looking for hotels, I was looking for one that had some sort of service. You had to pay for the service, but still, it
hmm
seems a little more trustworthy and not like,
Yeah.
what is it, taken,
hmm
because that's in Paris.
Yeah. Yep. Better safe than sorry, because if they think you are a tourist in any way, then you can
Yeah.
potentially get scammed.
And I've heard horror stories, especially with Disneyland Paris, about people taking your stuff from your room in the Disneyland Paris hotels. And then there's a law that you have to keep your passport on you if you're not Parisian. And then but there's also pickpocketers. So you're like, do I want to have my passport on me if there's so many pickpocketers?
Hmm. I think you just have to be very careful with your bag and keeping it on your person. Like if you can have a
Hmm.
crossbody bag, that sort of
All
thing.
three of my bags are all crossbody, like slings that have like the inside pocket.
And then I've seen people do like, those like zip ties that you can use to close things.
Hmm.
When you clasp it closed, I've seen people use the zip tie to just like give it extra protection on the clasp so that nobody could unclick it. But I would always just like have my hands on it
Hmm.
and just be aware.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
if you're
less worried
just
about being
aware.
pickpocketed than I am like, you know, leaving things in the room and then like that can't be helped. I wouldn't have to
Right.
about that. Yeah.
And make sure you take a photo of your passport on your phone, like save it
Mhm.
to if you have an iPhone, save it to the cloud and
Yeah, that's a good
all
idea.
that kind of stuff so that you can access it. And I would probably have a paper copy
That's what my
with
friend
me as
said. She
well.
was like, I think I'm just gonna maybe not have it on my person, but have a paper, like a printed copy in case it is
hmm
actually illegal. And then you could say, well, I have it.
hmm
Here it is.
All right. Well, this is so exciting. You've made me think like maybe I should do a girls' trip to Disneyland Paris.
It's less than $1,000 a person after we split it for like
I
basically
know.
a Grand Floridian in Paris.
Well, one day I know I'm going to get there, and I'm just so thrilled to hear about your adventure and kind of start to plan in my head because I think all of us people who love to plan Disney trips, that's one of the joys of this is noodling on all the possibilities and, that's I don't want to say it's as much fun as being there, but it's nearly as much fun to
I
be in
agree.
on the planning.
I know. I might toxic trade it if somebody starts doing it. I might actually book it, and that's what happened. That's how this trip started.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, my toxic trait is somebody says, "Do you want to go to Disney?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
All right, Rebecca, this has been a lot of fun to talk to you and have a little bit of catch up time before we started recording. I will talk to you very soon and we'll hear how all of this went.
I know it's getting here quickly. I don't know if I'm ready. I'm like already packed actually. So
All right. Well, safe travels and we will see you when you get back.
thank you.
Welcome back, Rebecca.
Thank you.
Or should I say bonjour? like I did on
Bonjour.
the pre-trip.
Yeah.
Well, you are back from a whirlwind trip to Paris for your birthday. So today is November the 26th. So you've been back a couple of weeks now. Are you still riding high from your trip?
I mean, life tends to shoot you back to reality pretty quick. It's been a hard few weeks. So I'm thankful for having some days off for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no, I can't believe we're going right into the holidays. It just feels like it's come so fast this year. I know we probably say that every year, but here we are again.
We put up Christmas decorations sooner than ever, though, because I was riding
Oh,
high
you
from
did?
Christmas because of Disneyland Paris. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. I have plans to put mine up after Thanksgiving has passed. But Thanksgiving is so late this year that I don't know. It just feels like I'm not going to get that much enjoyment out of my Christmas decorations, but that's not true. I'll have them up for a month. It will be fine.
Yeah.
I did get my new Hallmark ornaments that I get every year. My mom started this tradition. So every year since the year I was born, I've gotten a new Hallmark ornament. She used to pick them for me. And then when I was old enough to help myself, I would pick out the one I wanted. And I still do it for myself to this very day. So you can imagine how many ornaments I have based on my age. And I started it for Alex too. So now we both get a new ornament every year. So this year I've got it sitting right here on my desk. So I'll show you. I got Princess Tiana.
Oh.
Alex picked yet another Darth Vader.
Before you said it, I thought Star Wars in my head.
Because the Darth Vader he had before says Christmas phrases when you push the button. And he found another one that says like normal Darth Vader phrases. And so he was all about that.
My parents love Hallmark ornaments. They also have a tree full of them. And you're reminding me,
Yeah.
I have a box of kids' Christmas presents in my closet, but
Mm-hmm.
some of it is Christmas ornaments I bought for myself from like the Disney store that I'm going to get out as soon as I get back home.
Oh, nice. It's fun to have those little traditions of things that you do to kind of get yourself ready for the holidays. Like when we pick our ornaments, it's very hard to find a Hallmark store in New York City. They just really don't exist. I think there's like two. There's one in Port Authority bus terminal, and there's one over on the east side. So we tend to do it online. And Alex and I we look at all of the ornaments together on my computer and we throw every single one that we're interested in into the shopping cart. And then we go to the shopping cart and we're like, ha ha ha, $1,000 worth of ornaments. And then then we play a game where we each take like two that we had picked and say this one or that one and like slowly eliminate down until we have made it to the one that we actually want to buy. So it's
That's
a
like
little
the
game.
modern day version of like what we used to do when we used to get like the J.C. Penney's magazines.
Yes.
And
And
then you
mark your
would pick.
name.
Yes, and we would circle. We had different color pens, and we would circle,
Mm-hmm.
and like blue is my color, but you would only allow to pick one per page. But still, there's like 100 pages,
Oh, that's a strict
and we
rule.
wouldn't buy it, but it would
Right.
narrow it down.
We did that with, I think it was the Sears catalog.
Oh, I
And
remember that one too.
I don't know. It was just like fantasy shopping for kids. But I have to think now as a grown up, it probably helped my mom out knowing what I wanted.
So we still get them, but like nowadays, it is a Target toy gift guide and an Amazon one that comes to our house, and our kids
Yeah,
love going through it. So I'm
I
like, oh,
received
they do
those
what we
too.
did.
Yeah, I gave them to Alex and he still looks through it. And then
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm whispering when he's in the other room with the door closed. But this is the first year. So he normally will go through that, even though like last year he was 13. He still went through it. He found a couple things he wanted. This year I was like, the toy guide came and I handed it to him and he was like, oh, that's fun. And he flipped through it and he's like, okay. And then when he came back with his Christmas list, there were a couple like video games and stuff on there, but there were like teenage things like I'd like some baggy jeans because apparently that's what all the kids are wearing and things like that, where I was like, okay, we're moving out of the toy phase, which
Yeah.
it reminds me of Andy
Oh,
getting
yeah.
older and not playing with his toys as much. So I can't talk about that too long because I will start to cry. I cry every time for Toy Story 3.
I can't believe they're making another one. I feel like it was such a good ending on the last one.
I know. I sort of
I'm
felt
like, how are
like
they
that
going to
was
go from
it.
that?
I know. I know. We will see. We will see. I have my
Yeah.
doubts. All right. Well, let's get into this amazing Disneyland Paris trip. So, starting with Wednesday, November 6th, which was your birthday.
It was.
So, did you have a good travel day for your birthday?
I did, and there was even some travel magic. So My flight originally was going to have a super long layover in Philly, and it got moved up a little bit, so it was less of a long, I mean, it's still like a 4 or 5 hours, but I feel like
Mm-hmm.
not enough for me to leave the airport.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm gonna try to see if they'll do a day pass to the like American Airlines lounge.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went, and they were like, no, we're not doing that. And I'm like, but it's my birthday. Like, here, look at my license. I'm not lying. And she was like, what's your American Airlines loyalty number? And luckily, I have a lot of points.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like maybe that's why she said, basically, don't tell anyone. That'll be
Mm.
$75. So I still had to pay for it, but they
Okay.
weren't supposed to sell day passes, and they did let me buy a day pass.
Okay. I can't believe that worked. It's my birthday.
I know, and she noticed I had like I never have
Mm-hmm.
nails. You complimented my nails. I'm like, yes, my birthday nail.
Mm-hmm.
More evidence that it's my birthday.
I love that. So how was the lounge? Because I am a lounge person and a lounge fly, one might call me. Um, how was your experience in that lounge? Is it a good one?
It was okay. I mean, it was busy, which I guess that's why they're not selling day passes. So I'm part of the
Mm-hmm.
problem there.
Mm-hmm.
But no, and free drinks. I guess I drank a lot to try to get my money's worth because every time I'd go up, the bartender just would like hand me like white wine, like whatever they got me before, they would start to
Mm-hmm.
recognize me. And I made a good friend with an older lady who was a retired art teacher
Mm-hmm.
who has a house in Italy that she was going to.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and she was super nice, and we both traveling alone, so she would watch my stuff if I went to the bathroom and vice versa. I did literally tell her that I want to be you when I grow up because that's amazing.
So you had your lounge experience and then onto the plane. Was everything on time?
It was. It was. In fact, my friend Amber,
Mm-hmm.
she was traveling as well, but she was on Delta and she was traveling business class. And so she had a direct flight, and I got there before her. So hers was maybe 30 minutes delayed.
So just hanging out in the airport, waiting for her.
Yeah, we had agreed, we're like, oh, well, we'll meet at baggage claim.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another part. I'm like an American Airlines credit card holder, which
Mm-hmm.
gets you like free checked bag, but I didn't realize that doesn't apply to international flights. And I had planned on
Oh.
checking my bag, but it's small enough it could be a carry-on.
Mm-hmm.
So I just had it as a carry-on. But then when I got to the plane, the first one was a 15-row plane, like tiny, from Wilmington to Philadelphia. There was no overhead. So they made everyone like valet check their bags, or they said they'll complimentary check them to your final destination. I'm like, well, that's what I wanted anyway, so I get it for
Uh-huh.
free. So I did check the bag. Yeah, and so we said we were going to meet at baggage claim in
Mm-hmm.
Paris, but what we didn't realize is we were landing in different terminals, so one baggage claim would be different than the other. So
Oh,
I
okay.
realized that when I landed, so I'm like, I'm just going to meet you at the train station, which is inside the airport as well.
So that sounds like it's a super easy transition from airport to train station to get
Yeah.
wherever you're going within the Paris area. Okay.
Yeah, which is what we planned on doing.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't as easy when I got there. It was a little overwhelming with just a lot of people and everything in French and not knowing where to go. And there were kiosks to buy the train tickets. So I
Mm-hmm.
started doing that and I didn't see how to make it English. So then I'm like, oh, I'm just going to wait in line and talk to somebody. And I did.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Oh no, just use the kiosk and make it English." And so I knew there was a website, so I just went on my phone and bought the tickets on my phone, and that's what I would recommend to others because that was
Okay.
definitely way easy,
Good
and
to
that's on
know.
train line.
Did you use any kind of translation service on your phone, like Google Translate or anything while you were there?
We didn't have to. Almost everywhere had like a French menu and an English menu, and
Mm-hmm.
everything was in both languages.
Fantastic. Okay. So I'm a bit concerned because you've had no sleep at this point,
Yeah.
and you have a full day ahead of you because you landed at about 8 a.m. ish
Hmm.
in Paris time. Once you got on the train and made it over to the Disneyland stop, which I think you said was Chessy, the Chessy stop.
Yeah, and it was only one. It's only one stop. It was the fast train we took, so it was
Oh, okay.
22 euros a person,
Mm-hmm.
and it was only 10 minutes, which is great because we had luggage. So
Right. So then you were taking your luggage sort of down through the downtown Disney Springs type area to get over to the Disneyland Hotel. Was that easy to navigate your way from the train station to the hotel?
Yes, because in fact, the train station is even closer to the Disneyland Hotel. Like, we didn't have to walk through Disney Village. To get to the other hotels, you would have to, but this one,
Oh,
literally, you
okay.
walk out and you see it right there.
Oh,
So it's
perfect.
maybe, I don't know, a football field away, to put a Paris thing in American terms.
True. All right. So, did you have any birthday magic? Was your room ready?
It was not, but it was still really early. It was like,
Yeah,
9:30 or so.
that would have been a lot of magic.
Yeah, but they did have some changing rooms right there, and we could check in, and
Mm-hmm.
they gave us our tickets, and we could change out of the clothes we've been wearing for way too long
Mm-hmm.
into cuter Disney clothes.
Okay. After you dropped your bag, presumably at Bell Services, did you go right into the park like you planned on?
Yes, and we went into Disneyland Paris Park. They have the Studios Park and then Disneyland Paris. Yep.
Tell us about the first view of the castle.
It was beautiful. I think it was misty, so, European winter weather. So not blue skies and stuff like you would, I guess, an ideal weather scenario, but it was
Mm-hmm.
still nice. It was very European. We were starving, so we stopped and got a Mickey-shaped ham and cheese pretzel bun.
Okay. How was that?
It was good. It was good. I got a strawberry mint macaroon there as well.
A macaroon or a macaron?
I guess macaron, but I just for the American viewers, macaroon.
No, it's always macaron.
Really? No,
Yes.
I've been saying macaroon my whole life. Is it a Southern thing?
No, I think we had this conversation during the pre-trip because I just recently edited it. I think we had this whole conversation. Macaroon is the little, like, almost completely coconut things that
Oh,
you eat.
yes, coconut macaroons, yeah.
And macaron is always the French cookie.
Okay, see, I've
But
been
you are
calling
right because I grew up in the South and pretty much everyone says macaroon,
macaroon. Yeah.
but it's mackerel.
See, yeah, I've been calling it macaroon my whole life. And even if I know now, I don't know if I could cognitively like not do that. Like I say
Yeah.
y'all and I can't stop it.
Oh, yeah. I still
Yeah.
say y'all sometimes.
But hopefully macaron doesn't come up too often.
That's what if maybe it will help you if you say macaron like two syllables
Instead of three.
because there's not that's what it is. It's two syllables, I think, like mackerel. I
I'm
know
like,
I
am I
sound
even
very
spelling it
silly.
wrong?
I don't know. Hold please. We're gonna confirm.
Investigate.
Yes.
Is this the like aluminum
Oh, like in
debate? Because they spell it differently.
okay, there
Like,
is an A in there. So
okay, so that's why we would think to pronounce the A and
yes,
make it three syllables.
but it's the adding the extra O that's the mackerel pronunciation. Yes, sounds like Macron according to Google.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe it's the extra O throwing me.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know.
Linguistics.
I know, and it's so funny. Like everybody has those things, and for me, it's the macaroon macron
Is
thing.
that your thing? That like
That's
you
it. It
you die on that
always.
hill?
I will die on that hill. Yes, and every time somebody says it, I'm like, which one do you really mean? And the fact that you added a flavor to it, because the macaroons hardly ever have flavors. Like it might
Oh no,
be
this is
like
like a
chocolate
macron.
dipped
Yeah.
or something, but macron come in like every color
Yeah.
and every flavor. So I'm sorry, what flavor was it again?
I think strawberry mint.
That actually sounds really good.
It was pretty good. It was a big one too.
Oh, really? Like the size of the raspberry ones that they sell in France and Epcot?
I actually never got one. It's always been on my list. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe like fist size. Yeah.
Yeah, listeners, I was holding up my hands as a
Yeah.
demonstration to see if she recognized the size.
I have a few linguistic hills I'll die on too, but
Oh, really?
they're not.
Well, I feel like you need to school me on one of yours since I
Well,
did,
mine's
because
all
otherwise
like
I'm going to feel
local
terrible
North
that I went down
Carolina
this
things.
grammar hill.
Like the beach closest to where I live is Topsail Island, and you have to say Topsail, even though if you
Right.
just read it, you would say Top
Top
Sail.
sail. Yes.
And I'm like, no, that's wrong.
Yeah.
So
Topsail.
that's
Yeah.
my main one.
I'm right there with you. If somebody ever said top sail, I would be like, no, that's not
You've
right.
never
But
been there.
but I'm a North Carolina girl who has been
Yeah.
there. So, or same thing down the road from Topsail is Curie Beach, and a lot of people say
Oh, yeah.
Curry or Cure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Curie. That's where my aunt used to live. All right, welcome back from North Carolina talk. Back to
Yeah.
Disneyland Paris. All right, after getting your what am I going to call it? Breakfast based on the time of day it was.
I guess so. Yeah,
Snack?
just very
I don't know.
Frenchy breakfast. Yeah. looking for
Mm-hmm.
Mickey and French items.
Yes. So where did you head next?
We went towards, I guess they call it Discovery Land.
Is it like Adventureland?
It's like where our Space Mountain is.
Oh, okay. Did it feel like a future world, like
Yes.
Tomorrowland
It's
type
just,
thing?
yeah. Oh, Tomorrowland. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
So it's their version of Tomorrowland, and it's called Discovery Land.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Did you go on Hyperspace Mountain? Because I know that was one of your.
We did. Yeah,
Was
that
that
was.
the first thing you did?
We first did Buzz Lightyear, and it's almost the exact same as what we have.
Mm-hmm.
But the animatronic Buzz is speaking all French, which is funny. So it's the small differences. Otherwise, it was like the exact same ride.
I assume Zurg is speaking French too, which would also be funny.
Yeah, I don't know if they didn't have like a big animatronic Zurg though, so I only remember the Buzz
Oh,
Lightyear one.
okay. Were the shooter things better than the ones we have in the US that are
I
almost
mean, I got a
impossible to
pretty high
see?
score. I got a better score than usual, so I'm going to say it was better as
Okay.
far as the laser alignment. We did Hyperspace Mountain. So
Mm-hmm.
that's their version of Space Mountain because it's Star Wars themed.
Mm-hmm. And my understanding is it's much faster than ours. Is that right?
It felt like it. And it like launches. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
ours launches. I haven't been on it in a little bit.
I mean, it goes up a hill and around, but I wouldn't call it a launch. It's not like a pull back and go type thing.
Yeah.
And does it have a loop?
Yes. Does it?
I thought I heard it had a
I
loop.
think it does because that's where we were shocked. We got off and we're like, whoa,
What
that
was
was
it?
way more intense than what we were expecting, but it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think you're right. It does have a loop.
I really want to try that.
And the lines weren't too long that day, like
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah, and you had mentioned that they have something where you can kind of pay per ride if you wanted to
Hmm.
skip the line. So just in advance of going through the rest of the details of your trip, did you ever use that service while you were there or you didn't need to?
We never felt like we needed to.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't do it at all.
What would you say the longest wait you had was?
We use single rider a lot. So if maybe the line actually said like 50 or 60 minutes, but then we would
Mm-hmm.
only wait 20 in single rider. So probably the longest actual wait was maybe like 40 minutes for something, like probably like Big Thunder Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the longest wait we had the whole trip, which
All
and
right.
for Walt Disney would be amazing.
Yes. All right. Walk us through this whole first day.
We did feel her magic because it's in Discoveryland for some reason there, and it's hidden away. So I think a lot of people miss it.
Is it the same as ours?
It's the exact same. Some of it's in French though. But yeah, otherwise exactly the same. But the Donald butt is gone. I kept on being like looking back. I'm like, is it here? Is it? And it's not there.
No?
No Donald butt. Yeah.
That's one of the most fun parts of it.
Yeah. And I feel like the squirting, like, because they squirt you sometimes, that was
Mm-hmm.
aggressive. Like, we got
Oh,
kind of
was
wet
it?
from that. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the only differences. We did It's a Small World, and it's a beautiful facade. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like very vibrant colors and stuff compared to ours. That made for some good pictures.
Did their version have Disney character animatronics in it? Because in Disneyland, you'll see Moana and, characters that fit within different lands will be among the Small World dolls. So was that the case there?
Yes, I think it did. I don't remember seeing like a ton, but I do remember pointing some out.
I like that. I wish we would kind of get that edition in Florida. I think
I
it's
know. I
fun
feel like
to
that's a really
mix it up.
inexpensive way to, bring people to a small world again.
Right, a little refresh. And then
Yeah.
it's almost like a Where's Waldo. That would be fun. Like if they had characters in there and
Hmm.
then periodically they would move it so that when you wrote it, it wouldn't be in the same place and you're
Yeah.
actually doing a Where's Waldo.
Yeah. It's funny to see their version of America, and it's a small world though.
What does it look like?
I feel like there were maybe some cowboys, and then there was Hollywood, and I remember seeing like the Golden Gate Bridge, maybe the Statue of Liberty or something. The
Okay.
main things.
Where did you head after that?
We did Peter Pan's flight. I wasn't pushing for it because I know how long of a line it normally is for such a short ride. But Amber had never done it in Walt Disney World, so I'm like,
Hmm.
well, okay, you got to do it. And it was exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a longer wait. That might have been one of our longer waits too. That might have been about 40 minutes.
Did it have the bedroom that you walk through just like
It
ours does?
didn't. No, we had a much better queue at Disney World.
I know you had a couple of dining reservations on this day for Remy's, but you were considering canceling them or moving things around. Did you stick with either of them?
We did stick with the one at nighttime.
Dinner. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
And in fact, I just forgot to, because we were so busy doing things, I forgot to cancel any of them. And it just, you don't have any charges or anything for
Uh-huh.
no shows there. In fact, the one we did show up to at Remy's, I'm like, oh yeah, our summer's party for this time. And I'm like, why is it show canceled? We were like a minute late. And she
Uh-huh.
was like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. So it's like it automatically cancels it if you're not there before the time. I don't know, but there's no penalty for canceling or no showing.
I mean, in some ways that's good, but I wonder if any of their reservations fill up because people are holding them.
I'm sure they do.
That would definitely be a problem in Florida.
Yeah, that would. I think they allow more spots for walk-ins here, though,
Okay.
as it here is in Paris.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
To be clear, you're not in Paris right now.
No. We also did Pirates, which was a must for me, and it was
Mm-hmm.
really good, and it wasn't a long wait. I don't distinctly remember huge differences between that and the Walt Disney World one. I'm sure it was a little bit different, but
Mm-hmm.
the Pirates Life, it's still just all the same songs and stuff. There might have
Okay.
been a few little dialogue bits that were in French, but
Was Jack Sparrow in it?
he was, yes. And in fact, I think they have a character walking around, but they have so many. It's like Disneyland, where they have so many characters walking around. You don't know where they're going to be,
Oh,
and they're not on the app a lot of times.
right. You just kind of run into them.
Right.
I think it's easier to do that in smaller parks like that. I
Yeah.
mean, that I just it's very hard to imagine that being something we could do in Disney World on a consistent basis with the way people start to queue up and chase after people and all of that.
Amber said she was like, "Oh, I'm shocked. There's like I don't see many characters." I'm like, "Really? There's like a lot more like you just happen to run into a character here than like Disney World.
Hmm.
Like that just doesn't happen as much there."
Were there any characters that you saw out roaming that you don't see in the US?
Baloo
Oh, okay.
from Jungle Book. I saw Max roaming at one point, which would be I in Hollywood Studios. I did see Max roaming before, so he's also in Walt Disney World.
Hmm.
Some of the ones I didn't see roaming, they had like actual meet and greets. Like the Winnie the Pooh characters had an actual meet and greet, and I'm pretty sure
Hmm.
those are on the app. They had some characters in outfits that I've never seen before. And I met Goofy in like a golfing outfit.
Mm,
Yeah. So I got pictures
okay.
of Goofy in the golfing outfit. There was Goofy, maybe it could no, it was Pluto in like a country western outfit in like their Adventureland area.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I knew Goofy was sporty, so the golf outfit didn't surprise me, but
Yeah.
all right. Where did you go after that?
We went to Phantom Manor, which is their haunted mansion,
Mm,
and Amber had never done it in Walt Disney World. And I'm like, oh, it's
how
gonna
does
be
she
great.
miss these things?
I think she's only been once, so I'm more, the Disney person that goes to the parks a lot. But she got it really into it.
How was it? Was it the same as ours, or were there differences?
There were differences. They still have the stretching room, but it's different portraits. It's not the same ones that we have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they don't have like the noose thing at the top. It's something else. I couldn't make it out, which I'm like, that's probably for the best. And then it was like the bride.
Mm-hmm.
They had her like going up a staircase when you first get on the ride and stuff. So I would say it's a lot different, but they still have that like the dining room dance ballroom scene
Right.
and like
Right.
important things like that, and the graveyard scene. So they have the
Okay.
important bits, but
Uh-huh.
it is definitely unique to Disneyland Paris.
Was there the hurry back at the end?
Yes, yeah.
But in French, whatever that would be.
Oh, I don't remember.
All right. After that,
Then we went
where
back to
did
the
you go?
hotel because it was about 3:30. They said they would text us, which obviously
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting text messages because I'm out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
So we just had planned to wait until after 3 o'clock when, we're sure the room is ready at 3 o'clock.
Okay. How was the room?
It was beautiful. It was a long walk from the lobby, though. If I could do it again, I would put in, like, hey, special request. We'd like a room near the lobby because it was a pretty long walk. And there's only one entry point into the hotel.
Hmm.
So it's not like we could, there's two doors you can enter in and we could just get in closer to our wing. No, there's no
Mm-hmm.
way to get in over there. You have to go into the main entrance and then walk all that way.
Hmm. Is that because it's so like it's basically right at the entrance of a park?
I guess so. It's basically they block the castle view with the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's at the park entrance. Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know
Okay.
why they do it that way. Maybe yeah, for security or I don't know.
Anything special about the room to note?
Well, our bags weren't there. And so we're like, oh, well, what's the point of being in the room if we can't change and get ready and stuff like that? So we
Mm-hmm.
called up and they did say that we were next on the list to have our bags brought up. It was really nice. They had like a Nespresso coffee maker and they had really nice loose leaf teas that we did bring home and they're in like the little chasset and they have like little
Mm-hmm.
flowers and stuff in them. So we've been liking those. When we came back that night, they had little cookies and stuff on the bed for us too.
Oh, that's cute. Were they macarons?
It was actually some sort of nougat. Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah.
What was the theme of the room?
I think we had requested Moana or Frozen or something like that, and we ended up getting Tiana's. So you would have liked it.
Oh, I would have loved it. I would have.
Yeah.
Oh.
And some other things are, small Disney details like the seven
Mm-hmm.
dwarfs and the mirror in the bathroom. I mean, you could tell it was a five-star hotel. Like there wasn't a TV, it was a mirror, but then it's a TV
Turns
inside the
into a
mirror.
TV.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
cool. And then I discovered on the second day, there's like, what are these in the bathroom? What is this panel for? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's Bluetooth. So I connected my phone and we started when we were getting ready in the mornings, jamming to like emo music in the bathroom. And yeah,
How very Disney of you.
yeah. So I love the new Disney emo album.
All right. So bags came up and then you were able to get changed?
Yep. And then we went to Studios Park.
Okay. So Studios Park, would you say that it was very comparable to Hollywood Studios?
No,
Okay.
no. It was much smaller. There's a lot of walls up. It's under construction. That
Mm-hmm.
didn't even particularly bother me that much. I could see if somebody is used to how it was before, it would
Mm-hmm.
probably lessen the experience. But since I'd never been there, it was fine for me. But they have like a small Toy Story Land area
Mm-hmm.
with all different rides than what we have. And then they have like a really small Cars Land area with different rides than what we have. Other than I think maybe there's like that type of Mater one that Disneyland has. And then of course they have Remy's. And then they have a
Mm-hmm.
Marvel Land like at Disneyland.
Okay. What would you say is like the big ride in that park?
The Crush coaster, which
Okay.
is Finding Nemo, which was really
Okay.
cute and there's nothing like that anywhere else around the world. So I think that's why it's such
Mm-hmm.
a big attraction because there's just nothing like it. If you
Mm-hmm.
if I have to compare it to one ride, I would say it's most comparable to like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right. Because I heard it has sort of a similar ride vehicle that will kind of turn on the track.
Yeah, I definitely didn't like it as much as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
So they have, unlike Guardians of the Galaxy, two seats face forward and you're back to back and two seats
Mm-hmm.
face behind. And so we did single rider, so we didn't have to wait too long. I was put in a behind seat. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like I thought maybe it would spin and I would be at the front at some points. It would spin, but I would still be behind.
Mm-hmm.
And so just like going backwards the whole time didn't make me feel great.
Mm.
But I would feel like if I had a front, like a forward facing seat, I would have been
Mm-hmm.
fine and liked it a lot more.
Did Amber have a forward facing seat?
She did, and she loved it.
All right.
And it is really cute.
Did you ride this first day?
Yes.
What other rides did you do in that park? Because I know that you were very interested in doing the Cars ride and doing the Tower of Terror that they have
Yes.
there that's different and more spooky.
Yes, we did do the Cars ride, but there was like no line for it. It was
Mm-hmm.
basically just a tram. Amber didn't know anything. I knew some because I had, YouTubed it. But she was like, "Oh, is this tram like taking us to the ride?" I'm like, "No, this is the ride."
I don't get it. What like a tram is? What are you riding past? What does the tram look like? How
I
is it?
can't
What
remember
makes
what
it
it used.
Cars?
It used to be it was rethemed to Cars. It was something else before where it was like simulating like an earthquake and a flood.
Oh, okay.
So they just rethemed it to Cars. So really, you just take the tram and then you park in front of this mountain Cars facade,
Uh-huh.
and then there's some sort of earthquake and flood, and you do get pretty wet. Like we saw the seats, and I'm like, I'm going to sit on the right side because clearly something goes on the left. But then that was basically it. So I would say not great.
When there's an earthquake and a flood, did you see any Cars characters
You do.
in this
Hmm.
scene? Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
and you have Cars characters like talk to you and stuff.
all right. I feel like at some point back in the day, and I don't remember if it was in the old MGM studios or if it was in Universal, there was something like that where it was like a disaster type ride.
I remember I definitely remember in Universal, but I think they also had something at MGM. I think
Yeah.
Disneyland Paris must have had that same thing. And then
Mm-hmm.
instead of getting rid of it, they just rethemed it to cars.
Okay.
So not great. But it was closed the other days we were there, so I'm glad we did it.
That's a plus.
Yeah. And the reason we went to the park then is because we had our dinner at Remy's. And
Mm-hmm.
so we had time, we rode it once and then went straight to dinner after.
Okay. How was dinner at Remy's? Because I know that you told me that you would feel like you were scaled to the size of a rat based on how the restaurant is decorated.
It was really cute. I would recommend it. I mean, the food was good. We didn't have any complaints about our food. We ate it
Mm-hmm.
all and yeah,
Was it French food?
it was, but I just got steak and fries, but then you could say like I have ratatouille as a side and they'll give you like a small little bowl of ratatouille.
Mm-hmm. Did you do that?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Was it good?
It was good. I mean, I have a lot of zucchini at home and cook like squash and stuff a lot. So for me, it's
Uh-huh.
not that special. But
Right.
if people aren't used to having that, I would say they need to try it. In fact, I was telling my friend about that basically, like zucchini. And it took me a full day, like out of nowhere the next day. I was trying to think of the English word for zucchini because they call it something else. And then so out of nowhere the next day, I'm like, courgette! That's what they call it. Because all I could think of is aubergine, which is eggplant.
My experience with Ratatouille at Epcot, because I was super excited to try it after the movie and everything, because they made it look so good. And as somebody who grew up eating a lot of zucchini and squash, as you are wont to do in the South, because it, grows in abundance,
Hmm.
I was just like, oh, okay, that's all this
Exactly.
is.
That's how I
But
feel too.
Alex loved it. And every time he sees it on a menu, he's like, oh, I'm going to get the ratatouille. So I'm like, okay, you do that.
Yeah. So it was good.
And the decor was cute.
It was so cute. Yeah.
Were you sitting on a wine cork?
Oh, yeah. I was going to say like sitting on wine corks. We were in a booth, but still, that meant we could
Hmm.
see the decoration and stuff pretty well.
Cute. All right.
It
I'm
was.
imagining that it looked like the end scene of the Remy
Yes,
ride in
almost
Epcot.
exactly.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And so
Very
that's what
cute.
we went on the ride and immediately walked into the restaurant that's connected to it. So when you get off the ride, it's like a glass window wall and you see into the restaurant.
Oh, okay. So it sort of blends in with that ending. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
That's really cute. I wish we had that.
I know. Opportunity missed.
I know. All right. What did you do after dinner?
We were very exhausted, so we went back to the
Hmm.
hotel and went to sleep.
Okay. What time would you say this was?
8 or 9? Probably about 8.
No sleep the night before. And did Amber get any sleep on the plane?
I think she got some, but I think we were both, kind of jet lagged and ready
Yeah.
for bed. She goes to bed really early anyway. I'm a night owl. She is not.
Okay. Friday, November 8th, because listeners, in case you're confused about the dates, she flew on the 6th, arrived on the morning of the 7th. So the
Mhm.
following day, November 8th, you had plans to rope drop Crush's coaster. Did you continue with that plan, or because you'd already ridden it, skip that?
We skipped that, but we did Rope Drop Studios Park. So we did go to that park that we
Mm-hmm.
thought we would. But we went directly to Adventures Campus because we hadn't been there yet.
Mm-hmm.
And that was probably my favorite part because I'm a big Marvel fan, and so we went to Web Slingers, like this Spider-Man ride, same as
Right.
California has,
Uh-huh.
and it was still early park admission, so there was no wait whatsoever. And I
Mm-hmm.
felt like I knew all the tricks because I'd been on the one in California, so I would like wait by the side of the door that's about to open. So we were
Mm-hmm.
literally probably like the first people at the park on the ride. But it was interesting. In fact, a memory came up on my phone the other day of when I was in California Adventure, and it's a clip that I took in the pre-show of
Mm-hmm.
Peter Parker talking about how the cloning technology of the little Tracy robots works. And I had taken that same exact clip in Paris and he has a totally different voice and is speaking French the whole time. So I need to put those side by side.
Oh, yeah. That's really cool. How did you do score-wise?
Oh, I had best of the day, but I was, one of the first of the day.
Right. Whether that held on.
I know. I think I took a picture because it's like, well, it was in French, but I could tell it said best of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm holding on to
Okay.
that. I'll take a win.
I think it was my friend Ashley Ever After, who said that when she did it in California, she discovered that if you did finger guns, it worked the same as doing like the movement you're supposed to do, and it was much easier to score.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I just
I've
aim for
kept
like
that in my memory.
the gold ones. Those give you the highest
Hmm.
points.
So, what did you do after Avengers Campus, or is there another ride in that part of the
There
park?
is, but there wasn't one that was open yet.
Okay.
So because only some rides open in early park entry at each park, and you don't really know what they are until you get there.
Oh, you don't? It's not indicated in the app or anything?
It might be, but yeah, I think it can change on a daily basis.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, you have an idea. So,
All right.
so we went on Tower of Terror next. That was only like a 10-minute wait because this is still early
Mm-hmm.
park entry.
So how is this different? Because I know that you told me that you are not a Tower of Terror person. In fact, you hate
Hmm.
the one in Florida, but you do like the Guardians one in California.
Hmm.
So describe this one to me.
This was my favorite ride of the whole trip. I don't know why it's such.
Really?
Yes, that's the most
Wow.
shocking thing because I
Okay.
do not like the one in Florida.
But this one was also like a scary theme, not a
Yes,
Guardians theme.
yes, this
So,
one was the
okay.
same type of theme. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the motion, it's fun. It was a fun motion, not like a. I mean, yeah, I was trying to scare you, but I still thought it was thrillingly fun, not
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I can't wait for this to stop, like I have in
Okay.
Florida. Yeah.
How long has it been since you've ridden the one in Florida?
Let's see. My son was 3, and he's 6 now, so probably about 3 years.
All right. I mean, that's recent enough to know how you feel about it. I was wondering
Yeah.
if it had been longer than that. Does this one in Paris come out of one shaft and go to another shaft to do the dropping? Or does it all stay within one elevator
It
shaft?
all stays in one elevator,
Okay.
but it opens up and they have the like projections and they have this little girl saying like, "I warned you," and they're mainly talking
Mm-hmm.
French the whole time. Every now and then she'll say something in English.
Mm-hmm. What was the theming of it besides being scary? Was it Hollywoodish?
It was still Tower of Terror, and it was
Mm-hmm.
still oh man, I love the way they said it in French because I can't remember what it said, but I kept on repeating it over and over because it sounded so
Mm-hmm.
cool. But it was still Twilight Zone, but they obviously had the people speaking French.
Uh-huh. Did they have the pre-show with
Hmm.
the okay,
Yeah,
but
we
all
saw
in
the
French?
pre-show, all in French.
Did it sound like Rod Sterling?
No, I mean I don't think so. And most of the like the Peter Parker, especially, I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound like
Mm-hmm.
Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the French dub don't really sound like them. Other than Mater, I'm like French Mater was so funny to have like a Mater accent, but in French.
So, favorite ride, did you end up doing it more than just the one time?
Yes. In fact, I think we tried to do it 3 times, but then it broke down one of the times and we're like, ah, forget it. But we definitely did,
Okay.
did it twice on the trip.
All right. Where did you go after this?
When we got off that, Web Slingers was still only showing 5 minutes and Tower of Terror was now showing 20. And we're like, oh, we probably should have reversed it and did Tower of Terror first and then did the Spider Man ride. But Flight Force is an Iron Man themed roller coaster, like indoor,
Mm-hmm.
but it was still closed. So we started walking the other direction, and that's when I saw the Goofy in the golfing outfit. So we had to stop and talk to him. Then we checked, and Flight Force said it was open. So then we rushed back there, and it was only a 5 minute wait. So we went on that, and yeah, there's like a Iron Man animatronic speaking French in it, and so that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And on the ride, it's Iron Man and Captain America or Captain Marvel working together to defeat somebody, but they're speaking English on the ride. Weirdly, Captain
Okay.
Marvel is, but Iron Man is speaking French. Don't know why, but
What would you compare it to in terms of another coaster that we would be familiar with?
I guess still like Space Mountain. It's indoor and it's dark and it's in space,
Mm-hmm.
so that's still kind of Space Mountainy.
Any loops or anything?
Oh, actually, this was a retheme of Aerosmith, so I guess very comparable to
Oh,
Aerosmith, but since it
okay.
was in space, the vibes are more
Right.
Space Mountain, but the ride itself is
Got it.
identical to Aerosmith.
Got it. Which we will not have for that much longer
Hmm.
because it's becoming the Muppets in
No
Hollywood
one
Hollywood
saw that
Studios.
coming.
No, no.
Yeah. I don't hate it. I mean, I'm okay with it.
Whenever anybody would throw out guesses as to how they would retheme it, it was always another band. And I mean, not that the Muppets don't have a band
I love
because,
Animal.
yes, they do have a band, but I'm excited for it. I'm,
Hmm.
you know, I don't know. I'm gonna miss Muppets 3D, and in a
I
lot
never
of
went
ways,
on
I'm going
it.
to. Oh, you didn't?
No, I've
I
never
mean,
been on it.
you could watch it on YouTube and
Yeah.
be just fine. But in a lot of ways, I'll miss the Aerosmith version too because there's so many little things. The counting down in your ear before you leave.
The Iron Man one has that. They say like 5, 4, 3, 2, and then they blast off because it's the same base,
Right.
ride. And
But it's not Steven Tyler. That's
no,
to me the
it's
iconic
Tony
part.
Stark.
Anyway, I'm just excited for trying it in a new way like that with the Muppets. But I would also love to do it with the Avengers characters because I love those movies.
Yeah.
So when you were going through the ride, are you passing by anything? Is there anything to look at or is it just dark?
They have screens where you'll see like Iron Man and Captain Marvel shooting stuff, and you'll see like laser like things go by and
Mm-hmm.
stars and planets, but
Okay.
explosions every now and then, that kind of thing.
All right. Well, it sounds like fun.
We liked it a lot. We went on that more than
Mm-hmm.
once as well. We did grab like a pan au chocolat at like a
Mm.
stand there and just kind of took pictures and people watched for a while because we're like, I think we've done everything in this park we wanted to do between yesterday and today. They have virtual queues there where you can like meet Spider-Man and stuff. So I did join the
Mm-hmm.
virtual queue. I didn't actually end up going to any of those
Mm.
because I didn't have to do it. It was just, oh, if we're around the area when it's time, then I'll meet Spider-Man.
And your number got called.
It did hours later, but
Okay.
which I hear they're pretty relaxed on it. Like you can show up hours later and they'll still honor it. It's just if it's been
Mm-hmm.
probably 5 hours, then it's canceled.
All right. Well, what else did you do in the Studios park before you did your park hopping?
We went shopping.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a bunch, and then we were just waiting for. They have like this little diner place in the Marvel Land that didn't open till 11. By this point, it was maybe 10, so we had to kill like an hour. And they had shawarma there. They have that at California Adventure too, and Marvel
Mm-hmm.
Land. I guess it's like a superhero thing, shawarma that they grab at a stand in New York or whatever. So I really wanted the shawarma, so we waited for it.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty good.
And after that, you did your hopping.
Yes, we went back to the room and changed. Because that's
Mm-hmm.
the luxury of staying at the, the Disneyland Paris Hotel because it's right there. So you can just go back a lot. So then we changed. This is when I got into my Alice in Wonderland bounding.
Yes, yes, yes. You told us about that in the pre-trip, so people who listen to that will know all about it.
Amber surprised me. She did a lot of good bounding too, mainly like really themed outfits. This was her Lilo and Stitch day.
Okay, I was going to ask if any of your looks were coordinated with
They
each
were
other.
not coordinated. She surprised me. I did
Okay.
not even know she was doing it.
She's full of surprises.
Yeah.
So, what did you do over in Disneyland this day?
We went to the Indiana Jones roller coaster because we're like, let's just knock out all the big rides and do the roller coaster. And that's the only roller coaster we hadn't done between the two parks
Mm-hmm.
yet. Oh, and Big Thunder. But that's so we did those
Uh-huh.
two. We knew we had to knock those out.
I understand that Big Thunder there is one of the best. Would you agree?
It was good. I don't think it deserves like all the hype it gets because it's
Mm-hmm.
very similar to the one in California, I feel like. The only difference is you go on a tunnel. But there's a lot of coasters that go like underwater in a tunnel. Maybe not
Mm-hmm.
Disney roller coasters, but in general,
Mm-hmm.
it's a thing we've seen here. But it was good. So I would say yeah, it's best version of Big Thunder.
What was the Indiana Jones coaster like? Because the Indiana Jones ride in California is not a coaster.
No, and it was nothing like that. It was a small, like, picture Donkey Kong. You know what that one's kind of going to look like? It's like carts, like mine carts.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Okay.
that. And you're going through, I guess, where the ball rolls, I guess the
Oh,
temple kind
okay.
of thing. You don't see
Yes.
the ball or anything like that, but that you're like in the temple in a mine cart is the idea. And you
Got
do a
it.
360 loop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That
But
sounds
it's
cool.
because you do a loop, I guess, you have like the over the head harness, and so your like head is banging in between them the whole time, like pinball.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone complains about that.
Hopefully you weren't wearing earrings that had backs that were stabbing you in the head because
I
that's
don't have my
what
ears
has happened.
pierced.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Well,
No.
that's a downside of having your ears pierced when you ride a ride like that. You're like, I have a hole in my head now. Like more holes than I had before.
Yeah, I did have a bow hair clip for my Alice in Wonderland one that I had to like make sure the clip wasn't banging against the back of the headrest. And of course, I took ears off for all these. Oh, and here's a difference I noticed at Disneyland Paris versus Walt Disney World. Fanny packs, I was using like something small like this, like a belt bag.
Mm-hmm.
is fine, and you can go on rides like that at Disney World, fine. But they were
Mm-hmm.
very strict and would not let you wear it. You had to
Hmm.
take it off and put it on the floor, which I'm like, that is less secure. But
Did they not have little pockets sort of at
some
the
rides
front of the
did. Other
rides?
rides, like literally, I just put the loop, like the bag loop, through my leg.
Around a foot? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a difference. Oh, and then we went to the castle.
Did you get your champagne?
We did, and we had to wait in a little bit of a line, but you could see them like just they already had they knew what people were there for. They had
Mm-hmm.
just filling all the glasses of champagne. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
20 euros, but it's like a hard plasticky champagne glass that
Mm-hmm.
you get to keep, and it says Disneyland Paris. So
Oh, okay. That's worth it.
yeah, and we took the glass under the castle to meet the dragon.
And got some cute pictures?
Yes, not necessarily of the dragon because it was so dark. It's hard to get pictures, but we did get
Oh,
lots of good pictures,
I
of the
meant of the
castle.
castle.
Yes, of the castle,
Sorry,
not the
I should have
dragon.
clarified. Because I was picturing you all with your champagne flutes and toasting and
Yes.
looking all cute in your bounds.
We took it to the Alice in Wonderland maze because I'm like, well, we have
Mm.
to because I'm dressed as Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm. How was that maze? I've seen people doing it on YouTube. Was it difficult?
Well, at first we were going in at like, no care in the world. And then when we got to like, they have like a tiny little castle inside the maze you can climb up. And we're
Mm-hmm.
like, there's a parade going on. We were going to see that parade. And on the app,
Mm-hmm.
it said it was going to start at 5:30. We even asked a cast member on our way to the maze, hey, when does the parade start? Because people were lining up. And we're like, they're crazy. It doesn't start for over another hour.
Mm-hmm.
And they said 5:30, and then it started at 4:30.
Hmm.
So that was a little bit but we were told after the fact when I complained on Facebook or whatever, somebody said that, oh, it's because the park closed an hour early, so everything got bumped up an hour, but the app didn't show that.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
that would have been nice to know.
Yeah.
I was sitting here thinking, like, do they have a daylight savings time sort of thing
Well,
going
that's what we were
on?
wondering.
That.
Yeah. But it was just because the park closed early, they bumped up everything, and
Mhm.
it didn't show it on the app.
So, how long did it take you to get out of the maze?
Right. We were like, oh, well, maybe we can catch the end of the parade. And we're like, we can't find our way out of the maze now. Like we're just like taking pictures and having such a good time, drinking our champagne, walking through the maze, and then we actually needed to get out, and we could
Mhm.
not. So it took a little bit, but then we walked through the castle and could see some of the tail end of the parade.
And you weren't able to catch the parade on any other day.
No, other than the Christmas parade the next day, we did see the Christmas parade.
Did you get anything else done this day before heading to your lunch reservation?
We were going to go back to Phantom Manor since we were over there when we were riding Big Thunder Mountain and stuff like that. But then I got distracted by Jack Skellington in his Santa outfit at the gazebo in front of Phantom Manor, meeting
Mhm.
people. And he wasn't supposed to until the next day when Christmas stuff started. So it was kind of magical. And I'm like, we have to go and meet him. I've never once met him. And when I was 5, I used to say my favorite movie is Nightmare Before Christmas. And I had never met him in Disney World. So we met Jack Skellington.
How long was the wait?
10 minutes, only because it was only maybe 5 families in front of us, but he just took, such a good quality time with everybody.
Oh, that's amazing. When you get to meet him at the party. In Florida, everybody talks about the fact that it's hours long.
Right.
So, 10
That's why
minutes.
we just stumbled upon it. It was
Yeah.
not listed on the app. We were just going to Phantom Manor and he just happened to be meeting there.
And if he's more common there, maybe he's not as much of a draw for the people who go to that park regularly.
Me and Amber have a bunch of inside jokes because there was a British person that was passing by as we were waiting. He was like, oh, it's the Skull Bloke. So now we call Jack Skellington the Skull Bloke.
That's funny. Oh, all right. What was after Jack Skellington?
Amber went and she got a snack while I went on the teacups because she wasn't interested in the spinning. And I'm like, it's so cute. They have like it looks different there. So I'm like, I have to do it. Then we did Star Tours because we hadn't done that yet. And then I don't think this is in the right order, but we did go back and do Phantom Manor for the second time at some point. We didn't stay for fireworks though.
Yeah, I know that you said that on this day, because it was closing early, that you had made dinner reservations for outside of the park. Did you make it to that lunch reservation, though, at Walt's
Oh,
American
no,
Diner?
I skipped all that. No.
Okay. All right. So when you did leave the park, you were heading to a dinner reservation at the Marvel Hotel.
Yes.
So as a Marvel fan, What did you think about the Marvel Hotel, and did it make you wish you had stayed there?
I did love it, but I don't think I would have want to stay there without my kids because they would have liked it so much too, and I just felt guilty
Mm-hmm.
when Disneyland Hotel they whatever it's wasted on them. But yeah, they would have loved the Marvel Hotel. It was more of a walk to the park, like because you had to go through downtown Disney.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot longer. I mean, it's probably only a 10-minute walk, but I just got really spoiled with the Disneyland Hotel
Mm-hmm.
and it being right there. But no, we really liked it there. We did the downtown buffet, and this is me sounding American, but one thing I noticed at pretty much all the restaurants, but especially at this one, is they cram you in. Like we legit had, I feel like 8 inches between the tables. And I'm like, I have to wait until
Mm.
someone's not right there so my butt doesn't touch their food when I try to get out,
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
So I feel like they really cram you in. But otherwise, the food was good. We
Mm-hmm.
tried to try pretty much everything. And I'm going to say it, but I'm going to say it right. The macarons,
Mackerel.
macaron, were really good
Yeah,
there.
there you
They
go.
had like a Hulk pistachio that was amazing.
Ooh, I love pistachio. Sounds
Hmm.
good. So what style food was it? Was it American because it was
Yeah, they had
Marvel
like three
or
different stations. So there's an American station, an Italian station, and like an Asian station.
okay.
And I don't even I think I had one thing from the American one because obviously I'm not that interested because we can get and it was like brisket or something. And I'm like, okay, that was pretty good. But I mainly stuck to heavy on the Chinese and then maybe some Italian. They had dumplings like in the little steam basket and everything.
I love that.
Oh, we had some surprise things that night. So after they have a skyline bar where I thought it was going to be on the top floor because it's called Skyline, but it's actually on the bottom floor. And we sat at the bar, and they have like a screen, and you can see like the Quinjet landing on in New York, and you can see Spider-Man flying by every now and then. So that
Mm-hmm.
was cool. And then we went to the Marvel or the Deadpool speakeasy there. It's
Mm.
called the Broom Room.
I did not know he had a speakeasy.
Yes. And so we went, they give you a card at the front desk and they tell you what floor to go to. And then they said it's on you from there. And
Mm-hmm.
so you go to the floor. Luckily, somebody was coming out as we went in. And so I'm like, hey, help us. Like, where are we going? And so he showed us the door.
Mm-hmm.
And we used the key card, and you go in and you're in a broom closet. And
Uh-huh.
then there's like the safe, and you look at your card, it has a code. And so you enter the code on the safe, and then it rings the doorbell. And somebody
Uh-huh.
comes and like asks for the key, and then says something cheeky or whatever. And then they'll let you in.
That's so fun.
Yeah, and you go in
I
and
want to do
it's like
that.
all red. They have like actual props, and they have the actual Deadpool and Wolverine suits from the movie, and they have a bunch of other props and stuff like that you can look at. And then they have really good drinks, but very expensive drinks,
Like how expensive are we talking?
like 25 to 30 euro a drink.
Which is more dollars than that, right?
Yeah,
For the conversion rate.
yeah,
So
just a few more dollars. Yeah,
$30 and up. Okay, yeah,
yeah,
that's
basically.
expensive.
We
Even
split
to
them.
me, who lives in New York.
Yeah, so me and Amber shared the drinks.
All right, anything else this night?
No, then after that we went back and went to sleep.
Okay, and the next morning on Saturday, you were checking out of the Disneyland Hotel and checking into the Val d'Europe. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Hotel.
Yeah.
So this was a day also that Christmas was starting. So there were going to be all the Christmas markets and Christmas parades and Christmas everything.
Mhm.
Tell us what you did in this day, and then I'd also like to know your impression of the hotel that you moved to.
Yes. And I also think I forgot to mention the day before we didn't stay for fireworks, but we did stay for the drone show. So we did see the drone show.
Mm, okay. All right.
It was nice, but yeah.
Did you see the one in Florida when that one was running?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The one at Disney
Okay.
Springs.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So we rope dropped the Studios park again because
Mm-hmm.
I know the other park has more, but my favorite rides were at the Studios park. So we rope dropped Tower of Terror since that was my favorite ride,
Mm-hmm.
surprisingly.
That's shocking to me after your pre-trip interview.
It was shocking to me too. I'm just like, oh, it was so thrilling and great. And then we did web slingers. So we did the same thing as the day before, but we reversed the order because we learned that then.
Got it.
And Flight Force was open during early entry this time. So we did Flight Force. And then we did walk over to the Toy Story Land and just take a bunch of pictures. We did do single rider for, they have the little army men parachute
Mm-hmm.
drop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's a ride there. And
Uh-huh.
We thought it would be like a little kiddie ride, so we're like, oh, well,
That's
we'll
what
go
I'm
see.
picturing.
But it was a little more intense than I thought. Like it's
Okay.
the feeling of Tower of Terror, but just like you get that the
Mm-hmm.
feeling in your stomach, of the drop,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought they would be going too slow that you wouldn't feel that, but you still
Was
feel
it
it.
an open air ride?
Yes. And they say you can see the new Frozen land they're building when you're at the top of
Mm-hmm.
it. So I was looking, but it was too like foggy and misty of a day. I couldn't see anything.
It was too European.
It was very European.
All right. So after you did your favorite things again, is that when you hopped back over to Disneyland?
Well, we did Remy's one more time, and then when we came out, they have these little Christmas markets, like
Mm-hmm.
like little stands, except they're
Mm-hmm.
shaped like little red Christmas boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Those were open by the time we got out, and I'm like, why is like no one like? And if that was Walt Disney World, and this was the first day of the Christmas stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
they would have just opened the stands, people would have been rope dropping those and waiting hours just to try that new food. There was no
Right.
one in any of these lines. There was no one waiting
Hmm.
for food.
All right.
So
So is
we
that what you did for your lunch that day?
Yeah, that was basically breakfast, lunch. We got some
Mm-hmm.
more macarons.
Yay!
Yeah, am I getting better? Am
You
I
did.
learning?
That was 100% right.
Okay. We got some little cheesy potato things,
Mm.
a galette, which I guess is like a that's like a buckwheat pancake, which doesn't sound good. It was like my favorite thing.
It's basically like the savory version of a crepe
Yes.
because you can get that same thing back at the creperie in France in Epcot.
Yeah, this was a jambon au fromage, so like ham and cheese.
I had one like that at Epcot.
That was like one of my favorite things.
I didn't care for it, and what I didn't care for, like who doesn't like ham and cheese together? I'm probably some people, but that sounds delicious to me. What I didn't like was the buckwheat part of it.
I know that's what Amber said that she didn't like the idea of it. She said this was better than what some buckwheat ones she's had before. But
Hmm. Yeah, I think if it had been a different kind of, I don't even know what to call it. It's like a tortilla, but it's,
yeah.
it's
Oh, well,
not
we
like
also got a
great.
Nutella crepe because why not?
Ooh, because why not? No,
Yeah.
if you get the option to add Nutella to something, you say yes.
Yes. So we just got a few things and split everything, and the prices
Hmm.
are really good, like €5 for like a pretty big crepe
Hmm.
and stuff. So I was really impressed. And again, I'm like, you would have to wait an hour in line to get this stuff at Disney World if they
Hmm.
had things like this.
Did you catch any of the Christmas shows that happened this day?
Yeah, so it was very busy this day after this early park entry where we got a lot of stuff done. Pretty much really long lines the rest of the day because it was a Saturday now and it was the
Hmm.
first day of Christmas stuff.
Right.
And Monday was a holiday in France, I believe. It's been too long for me to think of the holiday. The end of World War II. So there's,
Armistice Day?
yes, that's something like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to just quickly Google that.
It would have been November 11th. France holiday, November 11th. What do they call it?
Yep, that was it.
Yeah.
Armistice Day. Okay,
Okay.
I did learn something in history class. I was so unsure.
I think that was what I had in my head. I'm like, I don't want to mispronounce it, especially after the
Uh-huh.
Macron fiasco. I'm like, I'm never going to say those words again.
No, you got it now.
Yeah. So we basically prioritize shows this day because we're like,
Hmm.
well, we haven't done any shows. We've only been prioritizing rides. So let's do shows today. So we went back to the hotel and actually checked out. And you can just leave the bags in your room and they'll come
Hmm.
and get them for you and all that. So we did that.
That's nice.
Yeah. Randomly, one day we had someone else's bags in our room delivered. We got back and we're like, whose bags are in our room? And we had a call. And we're like, you delivered bags to our room that aren't ours. So we're like, "Ugh, we hope that it's got to the right people, but that was weird.
Very weird.
But yeah. So we went to the Disneyland park. Oh, and today I was dressed in like Mandalorian Grogu stuff, like from head to toe. So we of course had to meet Mandalorian because I never have
Of
at Disney
course.
World. And they actually have him on the app here and say when you can meet him and where, which Hollywood Studios is
Hmm.
not that way. You just have to run into him. And I've never had
Right.
that kind of luck.
Did he have Grogu with him?
He did. And
Mm.
yeah, in my pictures, I'm making like the face, like, oh my goodness. And he was like moving and stuff and made cute little sounds.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's the cutest thing I've ever
So
seen.
cute. I love it. Remember before we knew his name and everyone called him
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda?
Yes. My kids still call him Baby Yoda sometimes, but they also know his name's Grogu. And weirdly, they've never seen the show because it's, an adult show. But they know who Mandalorian is and they know who Grogu is.
It's the cute factor, I
Yeah.
think.
And then we met Darth Vader, like next door, which I have never done that meet and greet in Hollywood Studios. Like, clearly, I prioritize rides all the time and
Right.
don't get a chance to do character greetings.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
What was interesting, because this is a international park, they have like a handler that talks to people, and he's like, what language? I guess there's some sort of setting he can adjust, and I don't know if it's like
Interesting.
pre phrases that he can click. I don't know how it works, but he can speak solely French to one party and then switch it up and speak solely English, still in his Darth Vader voice. I always wondered how that worked.
Yeah, because I wonder how they change it
Hmm.
within their helmet without
Yeah, unless it's
seemingly
some sort of
pressing any
voice changer
buttons.
and he's actually saying all that stuff.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey
Yeah.
Siri, uh, turn on the English."
Yeah. I did like that all the characters were like big, like
Mhm.
I don't like when characters are smaller than me, basically. I'm already
Mhm.
short. I don't like to feel big when I'm with characters, especially,
Yeah.
ones that are meant to be bigger.
Right.
So
Yep.
it was a good Darth Vader. Now Amber is like obsessed with Darth Vader. She had such a good interaction with him. I thought he was gonna, because I have Grogu and Mandalorian stuff on still, and
Mhm.
so he was picking on me. I thought he was gonna rip my hat off.
Oh.
Yeah, he was like getting on me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, when you have a good or a very detailed character interaction, it can really make a difference in how you see that character.
Hmm.
I mean, I used to not like Donald and Daisy, and now I love them. I'm obsessed with them. And it's because I've had some really good character interactions with them.
Donald's one of my best character interactions too, from like
Yeah,
Topolino's
so
Terrace.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. So
Yeah.
good.
Then we went to the Lion King show,
Mhm.
which is different than the Lion King show at Animal Kingdom.
How so?
It's not like animatronics. You know how like they have the big Timon and Pumbaa and
Mhm.
Simba. It's just I was so impressed with the level of detail of the costuming.
Mhm.
It's hard to describe, but they have a coat, and then the coat tail is the animal
Mhm.
tail, and it's colored exactly.
Oh.
And then they have the markings of the animal like on their pants, and then they'll have
Mhm.
their hair in ways that look right with the character, and without
Mhm.
ever wearing, they're not wearing fur. There's no fur. There's no like lion costumes. It's just
Mhm.
really clever costuming, which it's very Broadway.
Okay. I love
Yeah.
that.
And they only did songs. So they only did the top songs from the movie, a bunch of acrobats and stuff like that, like they do at the Animal Kingdom
Mhm.
one. And they have some original songs because they're telling the whole Lion King story in song. And so to fill some of the gaps that don't have songs in the movie, that's action happening, they have
Mhm.
some original songs.
Okay.
So I was really impressed. I thought it was really good.
That sounds amazing.
And it was all in English.
How or why did they make those decisions on which things are in which language and which are not? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I guess if it's like a Disney song that's in English, then they'll do it in English, but some of the dialogue maybe will be in French. I don't know. But there was no dialogue, it was all songs. So that was nice. Then we went to a quick service that is unique to there called Hakuna Matata. And it's like, I don't know what type of food to call it. I wouldn't say African food, but it's trying to be that kind of vibe. I just got like a
Mhm.
salad. But it was fine. It's generic kind of quick service food, but that's different than just like burgers and hot dogs. So I appreciated that.
Right. Which is always nice to have
Yeah.
that option. All right. What was after lunch?
We did a lot of park hopping, but they're right beside each other. So it's really
Mm,
easy to
okay.
do. Since we were focusing on shows, we're like, everyone says we have to do Mickey and the Magician. And you have
Mhm.
to show up to these shows at least 30 minutes beforehand. And you just stand. I was like sitting on rocks to not just be standing still for 30 minutes. Like walking for 30 minutes is fine, but standing still is
Mhm.
tough. But we were able to like get front row seats to everything. And we were way back
Mhm.
in line. I think it's just I'm going to call it ennui attitude of the people who like guide you where to sit.
Mhm.
They don't care. Some people will start going right and then we don't know which way to go. And so we just follow them. And then we're in a whole section of empty seats. So we just sit in the front row and it's fine.
Mhm.
And that's how it ended up being at almost all the shows.
And how was Mickey and the Magician?
It was really cute. It was all in French, but
Mhm.
very basic French. Like I understood it all, and
Mhm.
I wouldn't say my French is amazing. So Mickey spoke French only, and he was trying to be like the best magician in the world and learning from like a master and cleaning up the space. And as he would do it, he would meet a new Disney character that would
Mhm.
come in and teach him something until he became the best magician in the world. It was really, really cute. And you got to see a
Sounds
lot
cute.
of, like, you got to see Elsa, you got to see a lot of characters in one
Mhm.
setting.
Were there any other shows over in the Studios Park that you saw this day?
Not this day. Another day we did the Stitch show, which was like, do you know Turtle Talk with Crush?
Hmm.
It's that, but with Stitch.
Can you understand what he's saying?
So they have different showings. They have like, and you'll see a little flag beside the time, and it's
Hmm.
either an British UK flag or a French flag to say what
Hmm.
language it's going to be in. So yes,
Okay.
he only spoke English at the one we went to.
Okay. I was thinking more so of like the Stitch voice where it's very difficult to
Oh,
understand what he's saying, even if it is in English.
that's true. But yeah, you could understand him. It was cute. Amber's obsessed with Stitch, so we had to go do
Yeah, I
that.
remember you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Because I did make a note because you had said that Stitch is all the rage in Paris and that he's
Hmm.
apparently on everything. And I wrote here as
True.
a follow-up question to ask you, did it ruin your trip? Because you know how much I don't like Stitch.
No, it's cute. It made me want. So I literally, and I booked an Ohana breakfast so we could meet Stitch. I don't know if I'm going to keep it for
Mm-hmm.
when I go in January, but
Mm-hmm.
and I saw the new Stitch live action coming out, and I showed
Oh yeah.
my son that like yesterday. No, I think it's made me like Stitch more.
I'm leaving room in my heart that one day I will see something and have a good interaction with him, maybe, and it will turn me around just like it did for Donald and Daisy. But
Yeah,
that day has not come yet. So I
yeah.
literally wrote, "Did it ruin your trip?" on my little follow-up notes section.
No, it did not. And I even brought like a little snow globe back for my kids. And on one side it says like Disneyland Paris with the castle, on the other side it's like Stitch, like carrying into a
Mm.
present. This is when we tried to ride Tower again, but that's when it
Hmm.
broke down. So that would have been the third time because I liked it that much. And so we must have got a lot of steps in this day because we went back and forth, back and forth. So we went back to Disneyland and we rode Space Mountain again because now we are just focusing on like we've done everything we wanted to do. Let's just do things we want to do again.
You said that you had 2 reservations for the Walt's American Diner for this
Oh
day,
yeah, we
just
didn't go
in
to any.
case.
Yeah.
Okay.
We found we're so busy doing things like we didn't want to,
Hmm.
stop and have lunch and
Yeah.
especially when there were so many good snacks and small things around.
Right. And probably, based on the time difference and everything, you probably were actually getting hungry at off times.
Yeah, true.
What else did you do on this Saturday?
Right. Everything was still really busy. They have a walkthrough of like, is it 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea? Is that the right name of the movie?
It's either that or 100,000 leagues.
Uh,
That sounds
See,
too
the
far.
number, I
Probably
was like,
10. I don't know.
yeah.
100,000 seems
I'm like, I
like
thought it was either
very
1,000 or
big.
10,000. So let's meet in the middle and say 10,000.
I think it's probably 10,000. I don't know. Because I will tell you, I know that they used to have a ride like that you got in and it felt like you were getting in a submarine. And I would never, ever ride that ride because of claustrophobia.
I did the Nemo retheme version of it and I
Hmm.
was feeling very claustrophobic. Yeah. So this was a
Yeah.
walkthrough. So there was not a submarine. So that
Good.
was fine. And you're just walking through and looking at stuff. They had some like screens where you can see like dolphins playing and squids and stuff. It was
Hmm.
cute. We just literally walked through it. Then we just waited for the parade. And yeah, the parade was nice. It started getting a little bit dark, but I'm glad we watched it. But then, yeah, then we Ubered to the other hotel.
Okay. And this hotel that you were moving to for this day was the Val d'Europe, however
Hmm.
you say that hotel. How was it?
It was nice. I would recommend it. It was literally across the street from a really big mall. So the next
Hmm.
day we just went shopping in the mall.
I did a little looking at it online. It's whatever they call their version of Good Neighbor Hotel. So it has like a
Hmm.
partnership with Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, I don't know what you actually get from that. And we stayed there just, on the day we were leaving. So
Right.
leaving
Yeah.
the park.
Hmm. Okay. So you stayed there that one night and then woke up the next day on Sunday, November the 11th, and you were staying one night at a hotel by the Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
And how was that?
Good. So we went to the mall and did some shopping, and then we ended up taking the train. There's a train station like right across the street from there as well. And that
Hmm.
was really easy. They have a ticketing person, and I don't think she
Hmm.
spoke any English. We would just say train into Paris, and
Hmm.
she gave us the right tickets, and they were inexpensive. And it gets you access to the train into Paris as long as you don't leave the station, you can
Hmm.
do like the metro within Paris. And so we had to change over to the metro, but we found that very easy compared to like the London underground is much more complex. The Paris one was very simple and easy to figure out where to go. And we even had our bags with us and didn't have any issues.
And the hotel was nice.
The hotel was nice. It was still a bit of a walk to places, but it was fine. Maybe 20 minutes to the Eiffel Tower, but we could walk that fine.
Right. Did you have a good view?
So I thought we were going to have a view, but I don't know if it was because of, yeah, it's cloudy or something, but we could not see anything. But I mean, we still had
Mm,
good view of like, it was very like pretty
that's pretty.
Parisian view of
Mm-hmm.
housetops and stuff, but just not the Eiffel Tower. But when we got to the Eiffel Tower, we happened to time it. We were not planning it. We got there right at 6 o'clock on the dot, and the tower lit up to like the
Oh,
sparkly thing.
wow.
Yeah, so that was fun. And we walked all around it. I had seen the Eiffel Tower before, but just from afar. I'd never gotten that close to it.
And you didn't go up in it.
No, and I think you have to book that like really far in advance if you want to. And
Okay.
we weren't sure. I'm glad we didn't because I feel like we didn't have that much time that day.
Right.
So we just happy hour hopped
Mm-hmm.
of all the little Parisian bars with the like red canopies that you see.
Mm-hmm.
We went to each of those kind of on the way back to the hotel.
The next morning, Monday, November the 11th, you had a 10 a.m. flight. So you had to get up and get yourselves to go through all of the security
Yeah,
checks at the airport.
and hers was a little later, but we took an Uber together to the airport.
Okay. And how did the return flights go? Were they both on time?
Yep, they were both on time and uneventful, so that's good. Oh,
Okay.
so mine originally was supposed to go through Miami, and it
Mm,
got canceled, and they rebooked me on one through Dallas. And so it
mm,
was, I didn't think about it at the time, but because I didn't have a choice. But man, it was so painful. That's probably the longest flight I've ever done in my life, going from
mm-hmm.
Paris to Dallas.
How long was that leg?
I want to say like 10 hours,
Eek. And then how long was the layover?
maybe like 3 hours. But
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen such a long line for security in my life. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of glad I had a long layover. And then I had to fly backwards because I'm from the Carolinas. So
Mm-hmm.
I like went past to go. Yeah, anyway. So that was the annoying part is I'm so far in the wrong direction right now.
Oh, yeah. Ugh,
Yeah.
not cool. Not cool.
Yeah. So I would not do that again.
Did you get any sleep on this return flight?
I mean, I'm sure I rested my eyes, but I don't think I got much sleep. It was fine. It was a good trip. We did everything we wanted to
Mm-hmm.
do, and the jet lag and lack of sleep did not stop me from doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have late nights though. We would even like the night the one in Val d'Europe. We had just
Mm-hmm.
ended up there was like a little convenience mart right beside the hotel, and we just grabbed some beers and snacks and just took that back up to the room and had those and watched
Mm-hmm.
weirdly German was mainly the type of TV on. It's like everything was in German. It's like French or German. I didn't find a single thing in English, but
All right. So, favorite ride was the Tower of Terror ride.
hmm
What was your favorite food item?
I'm gonna say though, like ham and cheese galette.
Okay.
Yeah.
And favorite souvenir you brought home for yourself?
I did get some ornaments. They have a Christmas store inside the castle, and they had some little Mickey shaped baubles type of thing. Then it was
Mm-hmm.
like a 3 pack. I don't know. Oh, and I got a beret at one point, and I've already worn it since.
That's a good souvenir to bring home from
Yeah.
France.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this trip sounds like it was so much fun. You've really got me looking at the Disneyland Paris website. I have started looking. That's the
hmm
first step. But I'm really looking forward to seeing your photos. And I know you haven't posted much of your trip yet on Instagram besides the stories. So I hope that you will be posting about your trip so that we can all take a peek into all of these amazing sights and everything that you did there.
Yep. I think I posted one about the Alice in Wonderland bound and stuff
Hmm.
since I got such good photos there. But I do need to post some of the other days. And if anyone goes recently, the Deadpool bar I think goes until like late January, and it is really cool and kind of one you don't hear about as much.
Oh, I didn't realize it was a limited time thing.
Yeah, it came out. They did it because the movie came out. And in fact, I
Mm.
watched it just came out on like streaming services while I was there. So I'm like, this is good timing. And I watched it on the airplane on the way back.
Yeah, I just finally watched my first Deadpool movie within the past, I don't know, 3 months or something, because Alex loves it and wanted me to see it. So I committed to sitting down and watching it.
I don't
It
know
was
how my
okay.
4-year-old has heard about it, but he'll ask me like, "Have you seen a Wolverine movie?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Have you seen a Deadpool movie?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, but those are not appropriate for you. You cannot watch
No.
those.
No, they are not. It is
Yeah.
a different kind of movie.
I felt weird watching it on the plane. I'm like, fast forward, fast forward. This
Uh-huh.
is a little too violent.
Rebecca, it has been so much fun chatting with you again. I'm so happy that you came back and graced me with your presence again, fellow North Carolina girl. And I hope that I will get to talk to you again sometime in the future.
Yeah, let me know if you end up going to Paris.
Oh, I will. All right. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Thank you so much to Rebecca for being on the show back in November 2024 and for inspiring my upcoming trip to Disneyland Paris. I am absolutely buzzing about this trip, and it is all the more magical to have her helping to plan the trip for us. Listeners, please give Rebecca a follow over on Instagram. Again, she's 90s_travel_mom. That link is in the show notes. And make sure you reach out if you are looking for your own travel agent. Before I go, please make sure you are following the podcast on the app you're listening on now. Don't forget to rate and review the show. 5 stars would be amazing. And even more amazing would be if you'd share the show with others. Thank you so much for tuning in and for all your support. And remember, keep daydreaming about where you long to be.